beta into 3T. So here tension increase size of the volume, increase volume, but if we apply pressure instead of tension, then we can write V dash equal to 1 plus alpha minus 2 beta into 3P. That is, instead of tension we can replace pressure. Okay, therefore see here, ultimately we want change in volume, so that is equal to V dash minus V, final volume minus initial volume. Now final volume equal to 1 plus alpha minus 2 beta into 3P. This is V dash, that is volume after deformation, minus original volume equal to 1. Therefore change in volume equal to alpha minus 2 beta, say 3P. This is small change in volume, and therefore bulk modulus K equal to P into V divided by small v. Now P is pressure, capital V is original volume, that is 1, and small v change in volume. So it is 3 alpha minus 2 beta into P. Therefore finally we get K equal to 1 upon 3 alpha minus 2 beta. So considering deformation of a cube, we can derive this relation K equal to 1 upon 3 alpha minus 2 beta. Alpha again it is equal to increase per length per tension, beta is decrease per length per tension. So this is first relation we can derive for deformation of a cube. Similarly, we can derive second relation for modulus of rigidity, that is eta equal to 1 plus 2 alpha plus beta. This is second important relation for modulus of rigidity in terms of alpha and beta. Say here, this is cube, now let us derive this relation eta equal to 1 divided by 2 alpha plus beta. Now let us consider this a cube with side L. Okay, now here we are applying shearing stress. In this way, force applied parallel to upper face, say A, B, C, D. This is front side and EF. The force applied parallel to upper face, that is A, B, F, E. So this shearing force will change shape of the body, A shift to A dash and B shift to B dash. Okay, so here according to definition of modulus of rigidity, eta equal to shear stress divided by shear strain. So eta equal to say tension T divided by shear strain, that is small l divided by capital L. So here small l, that is displacement, B to B dash and A to A dash, this displacement will equal to small l, and capital L, this is distance AD, this distance equal to capital L. So here eta is equal to therefore T into L by small l. Say equation 1. Now say we are applying shearing stress parallel to upper face. Now this stress is equivalently say this diagonal is dB and after deformation it is dB dash. So if I draw perpendicular from B to dB, say I E, so increase in diagonal equal to EB dash, right? This part this length will increase due to shearing stress. So this increase in length is due to say tensile stress along, this is first factor, tensile stress along dB, and second thing compressive stress along AC. Basically say if any force applied, so there are two components, one component is parallel to dB, so it will increase length of diagonal dB. So this part is, I can write alpha into dB into T. T is applied tension, dB is length. So increase in diagonal is due to tensile stress along dB, and this stress is due to this component of force. Second is compressive stress. Now compressive stress means this portion of force, because say this compressive stress is applied along AC and AC is parallel to this axis. So therefore this compressive stress also increase diagonal dB, and therefore it is, I can write beta into dB into T. Again beta is increase per length, per tension, dB is length and T is tension. So total increase in length, say EB dash equal to alpha into dBT plus beta dBT. So first portion is due to tensile stress, second portion is due to compressive stress. Therefore alpha plus beta into length dB into tension T. Now using our geometry of the figure, this dB and C. So this length equal to L, DC equal to L, therefore dB equal to root 2 into L. So I can write alpha plus beta into root 2 L into T, increasing length, say equation 2. Now same thing can be obtained using this geometry. So let I say this triangle B E B dash, this is perpendicular, therefore this is 90 degree. So cosine of B B dash E, this angle, cosine of this angle equal to EB dash divided by BB dash. In this triangle this is 90 degree, so this angle is approximately 45 degree. So cos 45 degree equal to EB dash divided by BB dash. BB dash equal to small l, therefore EB dash equal to L into cos 45, that is 1 upon root 2, say equation 3. Here we have two expression for same length. First is EB dash, second is EB dash from this triangle. Now compare equation 2 and 3. Comparing equation 2 and 3, we can get alpha plus beta into root 2 into LT is equal to L by root 2. Comparing these two equations, or LT by small l equal to 1 upon 2 alpha plus beta. Now LT by L, that is nothing but eta, so eta equal to 1 upon 2 alpha plus beta. So for a cube we can obtain this relation, modulus of rigidity, in terms of alpha and beta. Third relation we can obtain is Young's modulus equal to 1 upon alpha. So if we consider unit cube and unit tension applied to any one of the length, for example tension applied only in this direction, in x direction, so y is equal to F force per unit area divided by small l by capital L, increase in length divided by original length. So force per unit area equal to 1, because value of tension equal to 1, area of cross section equal to 1, therefore this is equal to small l by capital L. Again capital L equal to original length, and therefore 1 upon L, because capital L is original length, this is unit cube, therefore capital L is also equal to 1. Now how to obtain small l, that is increase in length due to this tension. So here L equal to alpha into length equal to 1 and tension equal to 1, therefore it is equal to alpha. So we obtain y equal to 1 upon alpha. So here there are three important relations for deformation of cube. Using this, see here on the screen, first relation is bulk modulus, second is modulus of rigidity, and third one is Young's modulus. For Poisson's ratio, see here Poisson's ratio symbol equal to sigma, and it is equal to beta by alpha. This is fourth relation. Poisson's ratio, say force applied on wire or rubber parallel to length will increase length of this wire or rubber, but at the same time this perpendicular force will acting inside the body which decrease lateral dimension, therefore lateral strain divided by linear strain is Poisson's ratio. Beta is here, beta by alpha is the definition of Poisson's ratio. Now using this some relation, say first is k equal to 1 upon 3 alpha minus 2 beta, eta equal to 1 upon 2 alpha plus beta, and y equal to 1 upon alpha. So k bulk modulus, modulus of rigidity, and Young's modulus, these are the three formula in terms of alpha and beta. Now using this formula we can find the relation between y, k and eta. See, first thing from this relation, so this is first equation, we can write alpha minus 2 beta, that is equal to 1 upon 3 k from this relation, bulk modulus. Similarly from this relation 2 alpha plus 2 beta is equal to 1 upon 2 eta, right. From this relation we can obtain this in terms of alpha and beta, and similarly by simplifying this we can obtain this. Now add equation 1 and 2, so we get 3 alpha equal to 1 upon 3 k plus 1 upon 2 eta, y equal to 1 upon alpha, therefore alpha equal to 1 upon y, therefore here 3 by y equal to 1 upon 3 k plus 1 upon 2 eta. So this equation gives the relation between Young's modulus, bulk modulus, and modulus of rigidity. Or sometime we may write 9 by y equal to 1 upon k plus 3 by 2 eta is another relation. So these are the different equations which give the relation between k, y and eta. Using this type of relation we may derive the limiting value of Poisson's ratio. See here, say alpha minus 2 beta equal to 1 upon 3k. Okay, so here if I take alpha common, so it is equal to 1 minus 2 beta by alpha. This is equal to 1 upon 3k. Alpha is equal to 1 upon y, so I can write 1 upon y, 1 minus 2 sigma. Beta by alpha equal to sigma, so it is 1 upon 3k. Or I may write this equation in another way. K equal to 1 up y upon 3 1 minus 2 sigma. So K bulk modulus, this is the relation between bulk modulus, Young's modulus and Poisson's ratio. Similarly, so eta equal to 1 upon 2 alpha plus beta. Using this equation, eta equal to 1 upon 2 alpha 1 plus beta by alpha. So eta equal to 1 upon alpha equal to y divided by 2 1 plus sigma. This equation gives relation between modulus of rigidity, Young's modulus and Poisson's ratio. Say from this equation we can write y equal to 3k 1 minus t sigma, and this equation gives y equal to 2 eta 1 plus sigma. So these equations are very useful to determine limiting value of sigma. Say sigma is Poisson's ratio, it cannot have 0.6 or 0.7, maximum sigma is less than 5 and it is minus 1. So this is limiting value of sigma. Okay, how to prove this? Sigma cannot have 0.7, it is always less than 0.5 and greater than minus 1. So this equation is very useful to prove this. First equation is y equal to